Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode from the Hermitcraft server. Look at that beautiful sky, and we got a beautiful little sunset there, or at least the tail end of one. Optifine is a thing for 1.12. I'm very excited. I've got my custom skies back, the custom skies from the Halcyon Days Texture Pack. Which are incorporated into my own texture pack that I use for Hermitcraft. I'm super excited, and I want to celebrate it by doing something a little bit different today, because this is the first chance that we have had since Season 5 started, and I think this is like episode 65, 66, something like that. We're in the 60s. Look at that sunrise. Look at those skies in general. Man, they're so gorgeous. I want to celebrate, and today I want to do a little bit of a shaders tour of what I have built and what the community area looks like with shaders, because we haven't had this opportunity yet for the entirety of the season. Optifine hasn't been available, so I haven't been able to use shaders, and I don't intend to use shaders often. I don't want to use them every episode. First of all, my frame rate takes a pretty big hit. I can sometimes get 60 frames per second. Sometimes I get more like 55 with shaders. So that's a big part of it. And then the other thing too is that some people really don't like shaders. Like, they're a little bit too much for some people. But I am going to use shaders for this episode, and we're going to do a little bit of a shaders tour because, you know, why not? Why not? We have the opportunity for the first time since Season 5 started, and I'm excited to take a look around. So the shaders that I use, CUDA v5.0.3. It's actually an old version of CUDA. I don't know if you can find it anymore, but I use CUDA shaders. I like them quite a lot because even at night, they're not super dark when compared to some shaders. So these are the ones that I like. I think they're one of the more kind of natural shaders around, compared with some of the other ones that are out there. Some of them are a little bit too dramatic for my taste. So we are going to start at the entrance to the castle. We're going to work our way through our stuff, and then we'll head over to the community area and take a look at some of the stuff over there as well. We may also tear something down that's been in need of tearing down for quite some time. So here it is. Oh, and that's right. We have dynamic lighting as well with these shaders automatically. So if I hold a torch, it casts a little light, which is pretty cool. So the entrance to the keep looks great with the shaders. You get a little bit of the light kind of coming up from under the carpets, but that's okay. That is where the lighting is, to be fair. This is a nice atmosphere here, though. This looks pretty good. Kind of walking through. The windows look good in shaders. They don't look, sometimes windows look really weird in shaders. They don't look good at all. I like this a lot, though. This is gorgeous. Can I get doors? Where's the door to this building? Oh, yeah, down here. I built the thing, and I can't even remember where the door is. Oh, also, while I'm at it, my audio might sound a little bit different. I've been tweaking some settings and some things. No equipment, didn't get a new microphone or anything like that, but I've been tweaking some settings, and I'm trying something new out. So let me know if you think it sounds better or worse than last episode, because I want to make sure I'm moving in the proper direction. You know, progress. Progress is a good thing. If you guys like it, I'll tell you the story in a later episode. But here's our little mushroom farm. I think it looks pretty good. Very simple. But the shaders, I don't know that the shaders really add too much to this. It's certainly a little bit more dramatic, but not too much. Relatively simple. The carpet, the brown really kind of comes out in the shaders, even more so than without them, I think. It's interesting. And the outside, man, the outside looks gorgeous with that lighting. I love it so much. I really wish that there was like a shader that just performed better performance-wise. I don't know if it's possible in Java. I know they're planning on doing the super duper graphics update or whatever they're calling it later for consoles, pocket editions, etc. But from my understanding, the shaders are not something that can be easily incorporated into the Java version of the game because of the way the game's coded or something like that. Pocket edition / console edition / whatever are actually coded in a different programming language, or at least that's my understanding of it. That looks pretty good. I'm loving the way this place looks. I mean, while we're here, we might as well, harvest our cocoa beans and replant them, as good citizens do, right? You always got to put stuff back when you're done. That's the way it should go. This has a nice atmosphere as well. It's a little bit darker. It seems a little darker in the alleys. Maybe it's just me. But I like that there's almost this glow kind of coming from the windows. Like, just, you stand here and you get this glow right up against the windowsill. That's so nice and immersive. And then out here, it's just like, oh, sunlight, bam. Where's the sun? Oh, over there. Okay, don't look at the sun. That's very bright. The blacksmith shop, the armor really shines with these shaders on. And the bed is very much more vibrant as well. And that part of that's the update, right? Part of that's the 1.12 update that changed the color palette a little bit. But at the same time, it definitely comes out a little bit more in the shaders. And look how green the grass looks compared to normal. It's a much more lush green color. I love it. Okay, let's take a look at the keep. First of all, from a distance, I think. Let's see if we can land over here. There we go. Oh, that looks good. I mean, I was going to say, the towers, I lost a couple towers there. I guess they just weren't quite in render distance. That looks good. You can't, I think it's because it's mostly in the shadows. You can't quite make out as much of the detail. It's a little bit more mysterious. It still looks beautiful though. And I like that you can really see the arrow slits a little bit more because you can see the light peeking through. Here in the towers, you can, the arrow slits are definitely more noticeable with the shaders on. I like that. The water, also, shaders water. I mean, come on. That's something I wish was in just the default game. Like, I wish water looked a little bit better in this game, but, you know, what can you do? Our sheep farm has kind of this nice warm glow to it. All the sheep. I actually just came down here and harvested all these guys just a couple minutes ago. Now, it looks like most of them are already grown back to having wool, so this is good. The sheep farm seems to be working. All the grass seems to be regrowing properly, so I think the sheep farm is working as intended. Let's take a look at Cane Hall down here. Oh, that's nice. Isn't that just this nice, like, you get this really nice kind of welcoming, warm glow with these Kuda shaders. I love it. I love it so much. It's just like, I feel like I'm walking into like this big open hall and there's like it almost feels like there's a fireplace going, you know, at the end of the hall that people would gather around. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe my imagination is, you know, running wild a little bit, but still, it's such a beautiful thing. Just in general. I don't know that the shaders really affects the look of that too much. That seems about the same. Let's go take a look at the dock. Oh, let's see if I can properly take off. There we go. We take a look at the dock over here. Yeah, this still, fly? There we go. Look at that. The chests really stand out a little bit more, I think, because of the lighting. I love the feeling that you get as you just kind of walk along the dock. You walk along the pier. You know, you get this, I don't know, it's just very... It's very atmospheric, and that's probably a word that I'm going to use a lot over the course of this video. I'm warning you in advance. But I mean, a lot of what I try to do in Minecraft is create atmosphere, is to create immersion, you know? And I think The shaders really add to that in a lot of ways. Let's go inside the keep and just kind of take a peek around in here. Here's our Great Hall with the torch. I just realized there's still torch spam. I thought I fixed all that, but I guess not. You can hear the fire going. A couple of you said we should use quartz for this. A couple of you also said we should use red terracotta, which you mysteriously suggested to me immediately after Grian made a video using red terracotta as meat. Don't think I don't see through those things. Let's see here. This looks good. I wonder how the war room will look, considering we've got glowstone behind the map. The map definitely has more of a glow to it. I don't know that I necessarily like that, but it still looks good. Everything still looks good. The details with the armor are a little bit harder to make out because the armor's kind of got this glow to it as well. What else do we have up here? I don't think I've really done anything in the upper levels of the castle. Or the keep. I keep referring to it as the castle. I mean to say keep. The two terms are kind of interchangeable at this point. Let's go take a look at our concrete factory that we built last episode. Looks about the same. I mean, for the most part, it doesn't seem like the interior of the castle is really affected that much. It seems like it's pretty similar. Little alchemy area and laundry area. Yeah, this all seems very much the same. So I think it definitely has more of an impact when you're outside, for sure. Without a doubt. Let's go take a look at our storage room and our mob farm and stuff. So our mob farm is over here. That looks pretty good. I don't know that I like the way the leaves kind of wiggle underground. Looks very cool outside when it's trees, because it's like, oh, there's a breeze, but there wouldn't really be wind down here to blow the leaves around, so I don't know how I feel about that. This looks okay, though. The chests tend to glow a little bit more than I would like, but I think that's fine. I mean, all in all... Oh, it's night. All in all, this is very cool. This whole area is just... It's really starting to come along. I'm so proud of it. Like, when I started this That was not what I had intended to do. When I started this project, you know, I had, I should say, not have, had as in past tense, I had a vision for kind of what I imagined this area looking like, but it wasn't highly detailed. You know what I mean? I didn't have like an exact plan, and to be fair, I still don't have an exact plan of everything I'm going to build in this area, but it's really cool to work on a project and have it just kind of start to come together to the point where your vision kind of starts to become a reality, and you can start to look at these areas and go, oh yeah, this is going to be so cool. You know, this is going to be beautiful. This is going to be immersive and inspiring and so on and so forth. You know, it's really cool to have that stuff kind of happen. And I'm very excited for it. Our community area over here, the outside has been kind of neglected for a while, ever since the Big Dig project thing started, that Scar has been working on. Well, and to be fair, that Scar is taking the lead on and has told us that we're not, it's not ready for us, for the rest of us hermits to start doing stuff here yet. But I want to take a look at this as well. Look at look at this. This area, man. And to think that we did this all over the period of like a week or two. All this digging. And, I mean, Scar with the thing. Like, Scar with his giant petrified tree of ridiculousness. I mean, look how gorgeous this looks. Like, the shape is... you can tell that there's so much just trial and error built into this shape to get this kind of natural, organic feel to it. Like, it's very... Can we get a good look at it from over here? Yeah, look at that. Like, just look at this. Oh, and I have zoom again. Oh, I forgot. I don't really use Optifine zoom too much. But sometimes it's worth it. This is another gorgeous area that's really kind of come together. Or is getting there. I think Scar is taking a break from this, though, to work on his base. He's building, like, some futuristic city or something like that. I don't know too much about it, but it sounds really cool. I have to admit, I've actually been a little bit behind. Normally, I'm pretty good about keeping up with all the other Hermit's videos, but I've just been really busy lately. My wife and I are considering getting a puppy, or maybe not a puppy, but a dog. So we've been spending a lot of time looking at dogs and looking into finding the right dog and all sorts of stuff. And then we also need to, figure out how that's going to work because we're currently renting our house, and apparently there's a list of certain breeds that we're not allowed to get if we want to live in this house, and it's a whole thing. But, oh, hi. No. And no. Go away. So we're looking at dogs, and that's been something pretty busy. My wife is actually out of town right now. She's away on a business trip. She's going to be gone until this weekend. So I have the whole house to myself. I've been very rebellious. I've been, like, eating 2 desserts, and I was tweeting about it earlier. But anyway, I digress. I see you. Stay. Okay, we're good, I think. I don't want to, like, blow up Scar's beautiful creation here. There we go. I think this is the safe way out. But yeah, I mean, all in all, this area is looking absolutely gorgeous. It's coming together. Also, I should probably mention, as sort of an announcement before I forget, right now we're kind of on, like, this 1 video a day thing where I'm doing basically Kingdoms and Hermitcraft. That's going to change very soon. Tonight for you, tomorrow for me. I'm going to get together with one of my old friends, and we're going to start a modded series together, the 2 of us. So that's going to be very cool. The first episode of that will be coming out, I believe Saturday is what we're planning for. And then later on in the week, or maybe not later in the week, but within the next couple weeks probably, I'm going to be starting another modded series as well. So we're going to have 4 series going on all together on the channel within the next couple of weeks here, if all goes according to plan. Some of those things are beyond my control. But we'll have 2 modded series and then my 2 vanilla series, Hermitcraft and Kingdoms as well. So don't worry, I know the videos are a little bit light lately, but the reason for that is because there's stuff in the works that some of that stuff is kind of collaborative, and I can't start without the other people involved. So there are things that are currently, under construction, so to speak. We're working on some things, and don't worry, we'll get there. This is Joe Hill's thing. Yeah. So what I want to do over here before I forget, I think this house, this little starter house that I built, I think it has served its purpose. And to be entirely honest, it's kind of seen better days. There were a couple creepers, it looks like, a couple issues with some creepers and things blowing up. Although then again, we also have all this stuff here. I suppose I could just toss that. Also, look at all the pufferfish. Holy cow. There's so many pufferfish. And paper. Is that all my paper? Or is that just community paper? I think it's just community paper. Maybe I will leave it up. If I tear this down, though, I'm definitely tearing down the AFK fishing farm as well. I don't think anyone's actually making use of this AFK fishing farm. I mean, at this point, I'd be surprised if anyone is really doing a whole lot of AFK fishing. I think we've pretty much gotten past the point in the game where we need it to get, established. So what do you guys think? I'll leave it to you. Do we want to tear this house down? Or do we want to just leave it for the time being and worry about it later? Maybe we can rebuild it into something, but I mean, we don't really want to do a whole lot of building over here until we know what the community area is going to look like, and that's kind of on Scar. Scar is, as the point man for that project, I don't want to go and do a bunch of stuff without consulting with him first, as far as building stuff over here. I don't want to do anything that would, step on his toes, so to speak, because, that's something that we're all going to be working on as a server, but he's the person kind of in charge of organizing it, I guess would be the way to say it. So, we want to kind of stick with his plan and you know, make sure that if he wants something done a certain way, it gets done that way. Because, I mean, Scar, certainly one of the best visionaries as far as building goes on the server, without a doubt. Like, the guy can build, and the guy can imagine up some pretty great projects and all that kind of stuff. So I think there's certainly something to be excited about for there. But guys, I think I am going to go ahead and wrap up this episode right here. I don't want to go touring any other people's bases because I want to avoid spoilers. I know some people are away for conventions and stuff right now. I don't want to spoil anything. Some people have some pretty substantial backlogs. But I did want to take a look at this server, or at least my area of it, with shaders on today, since it is pretty much our first chance to do so since Optifine just came out. In fact, I mentioned it in the last episode. I was like, man, Optifine isn't out yet. And then a bunch of people, and I actually recorded that video maybe a couple hours before the announcement was made that Optifine was out. So there were a bunch of people who commented, like, it's out now. It's totally out. And you guys all let me know, even though I had actually already found that out, because I had just recorded the video already by the time that announcement was made. But anyway, I digress. I think I am going to go ahead and wrap up this episode right here, guys. Next time, we will get back into some building. I think we'll take a break from all the redstone projects that we've been working on as well, and we'll do a little bit of building. I think we're long overdue for some of that, but, you know, you don't get the chance to do a shaders tour for the first time of a Hermitcraft season all that often. So I figured we'd take the opportunity, do something a little bit different from today's episode, and just kind of take a break, do a nice relaxing episode so that I can kind of, you know, just relax for once. You know, it's kind of nice to do something that's just, you know, I don't have to think too much. But anyway, guys, that is going to do it for me. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. Once again, let me know what you think of the audio in this video compared to last time. Let me know if you notice any difference, if you think it sounds a little better, sounds a little bit worse. I am trying to make some minor adjustments there, so that's a thing. But anyway, you know what to do. Links in the description down below. Other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.